did. You crazy son of a... You did.
You're as beautiful as the day I lost you.
Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, we did it. We actually did it. After years of begging and pleading, and even to the point of making our own individual original creations, we are finally getting a remake of my favorite game of all time. To be honest, I don't think I would be the person I am today without The Thousand Year Door. So the fact that this is happening at all gives me so much joy, and right now I'm just kind of making this unscripted video because I felt like it was obligatory. In the YouTube community and many of my friends here on YouTube, I am known as the guy who has not finished a single Let's Play, because that Let's Play happens to be my favorite game of all time, and because I want to cover it with as much love and detail as possible. And I suppose I should address the elephant in the room. I am sorry that the bonus videos have kind of been delayed since then. Bonus 4 has been covering the Glitz Pit, and as well as like additional features with Chapter 3, and I want to apologize that it's taken a while to come out. I keep learning more and more things about Chapter 3, and like just finding things I want to add to the video, and I of course have to keep going back and recording footage, but I really want to try to finish this soon, and maybe this is going to be the push that I need to finally get it out. But for now, we're talking about the remake here. This is big news, and some of you may have concerns about what's going to happen with the Let's Play or the bonus videos. I am happy to say, because I've had a lot of time to think about this, there were rumors of the Thousand Year Door remake back during the June Direct, which we ended up getting Super Mario RPG. Again, very good news there too. But now the question will rise, what am I doing? Well, I am still going to be completing the bonus videos in the original GameCube version. That's what we started with, that's how we're going to finish it. And in a way, now this Let's Play kind of means something different. Now it's going to be giving the GameCube version the proper send-off that it deserves. And I feel like I owe it to this one because, yeah, I really wouldn't be the person I am today without The Thousand Year Door. It kind of got me into games in general. I mean, it wasn't my first video game or anything, but just everything that I covered in the finale still rings true today. And it was just a really magical summer whenever I played this for the first time. And I've shared story after story about playing it as a kid, struggling with the bosses, having trouble with some of the puzzles and ways of progression, and and I know that I'm not going to be able to experience it the exact same way again with this remake here. You can't really go back to your past, but that's why I'm so excited about it, because this allows a new generation of people to play this. I know that there are people in my YouTube community who've not played The Thousand Year Door, but probably would have liked to, but GameCube games are so hard to come by, and they missed out on it as kids. So I really hope that this game can find a new audience, and maybe even shape how Mario RPGs are going forward. I mean, again, we already have a really faithful remake of Super Mario RPG coming out in, was it November? I believe so. I just watched the Direct a couple hours ago, so bear with me. But yeah, next year, this will be on the Switch. Now, I feel that even though we are still completing the Thousand Year Door Let's Play in the original GameCube version, I don't think the remake, at this point, I don't think the remake should be put to the side or ignored in it. So, I want to ask you guys, outside of playing the whole game again, and if there aren't any other additional features that are added to this remake, what do you want to see me cover? I really want to know here. Now, of course, I am still covering the bonus video, so it may be hard to kind of gauge what exactly I have planned for that. I'm still doing the Pit of 100 Trials in a live stream, obviously, but if there's anything in this remake that you guys want to see me cover, please comment below. I have had the idea, again, I have had time to think about this, but I'm almost thinking about maybe re-recording the first episode within the remake, and then making that the final bonus video. That way I can kind of say goodbye to the GameCube version, pay my respects to it, and that way you guys kind of get a taste of it, and like how I would basically do part 1 now. I feel like that's probably the most appropriate thing to go with, but there could be also things in the remake that I never even considered that are worth talking about. So, please give me your answer in the comments below. I'm going to try to have Bonus 4 out soon-ish. Again, I don't really like putting dates on this kind of thing because I do this as a hobby. It's not my job. But we've done it. Mario RPG fans are eating good right now. I honestly wasn't really expecting this kind of news here because we haven't even gotten Mario RPG. It hasn't even released yet. That remake is still on the way. And yeah, now next year we're getting this whole new game that, again, has remained so faithful. They didn't change it, as far as I've seen here, they didn't change any of the character designs, nothing super generic. It really is the original game, but with more of like the modern aesthetic and the papercraft thing. And I couldn't be happier. This is the best case scenario. This game and I have been through a lot together, and I'm happy to see that it's gotten the treatment it deserves. Thank you, everyone on the internet who made this happen. I'm sure fans being vocal had something to do with this remake finally seeing the light. And I know there was a call to action years ago with Arlo, who covers a lot of Nintendo content, and I myself even took part in that call to action where we came up with the hashtag Remaster the Thousand Year Door, and these are the fruits of that labor. So, Nintendo fans, followers of this channel, anybody who just happened to click on this video, thank you. Let's see what the future brings us. Thank you, Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. Until next time, this is Mega Wii Master 1 signing out. Goodbye.